Hello friends, welcome to 𝑨𝒖𝒈𝒎𝒏𝒕's video session 107. So basically in today's video, we will understand what is the advantage of using flattened node over the open node, and we will understand it properly. And like for the same use case, how it becomes cumbersome process to always go with the open node to get that account hierarchy, and how it becomes very simplified and easier way to do it once we go through the flattened node. Okay, so coming back to this example itself, here we were having this hierarchy, right? Where the daughter, we had its parent as parent, then the grandparent, and finally the great grandparent. So ultimate parent of the daughter account is great grandparent. And what I will do is from here, you can go to Analytics Studio. So this was this particular flow which we had built. And what I will do is I will open this particular hierarchy. So I had already built one lens. Let me open this lens, not this one, sorry. This one, yeah, account hierarchy via augment. So we built, if you remember last time, we actually made one small change where instead of this relationship which we had, this grandparent to great grandparent, okay, I had made that D over here. Okay, so that's the thing. So this is one error which we are getting. Like, I missed that D and after that I ran that data flow. So how to resolve this? Of course, we walk through in details once we come to the lens portion. But as of now, you can just understand, like, if you just control E. So what happens is, like, for example, the last time I had missed this small D over here. I had like just simply missed it. And after that, I just put that D over here and that data flow ran. However, I didn't make that change in the lens. So this lens was built prior to that update. So now in such scenario, what you will do is you will just press controller. You will just put that particular thing. So basically for here, it will be this one. Okay. So grandparent to great grandparent, that was the original one. Now I will just replace with this new one. Okay. So I will just replace with this new one. You have this replace all. Okay. You can click on this replace all. And finally, you can click on done. So this data will appear. Now of course, I can see. Now we understand the process of augment node where basically we have this hierarchy defined over here. Okay, the 4 level of hierarchy starting from the child account to the ultimate parent, and we saw like how we have to get all those 4 accounts, right? We have to get all the 4 accounts as the SLTC digest, and how we would need. So if there are 4 hierarchies, we need 3 augment node. Okay. Now the problem is, now if I want to find the next one, so for now I know that it is the great grandparent. This is the ultimate parent which I have. Okay, but what if I define one more hierarchy over here? Okay, so let's say for great grandparent, uh, even for great grandparent, let's say I put a parent account. Okay, and let's say I put this parent account as, I will create a new account called great grandparent. Fine. So let me write it as great grandparent, and check that hierarchy. So as you can see, currently for that same daughter, we have another level of hierarchy called great grandparent. Okay. Now, how to get this if we are using the augment node? Okay. So now the problem is in the same augment node, that same data flow I have to add, as you can understand, one more account, right? So here I will go for account 5. Okay. I will go for the ID, name, and parent ID very quickly. No, sorry. And I will just follow this pattern of naming convention. Okay. So here I will have one more augment node. I will make a few changes. So here it will be great grandparent to great great grandparent. Okay. Grandparent to. Okay. My left source will be grandparent to great grandparent. Here, of course, it will be. Okay, I think I missed that part. I have to enable the parent ID relationship. Let me write over here. And this will be grand. This will be grand. And right source, this will be account 5 of course, and right key will be my ID. And here right keys will be ID and name as of now. So of course I have to give the parent ID. I think I missed that part. So here in this augment node, I will just select this last one. I just selected name. So let me select the parent ID. Okay. And here, of course, what I'm going to do is I will just select the parent ID instead of parent name. Okay. So as you must have seen, like here, and also this, let me just join this over. Okay. Now, like what we were doing is in this child to parent, as we have seen, we were taking the parent ID joining with the ID of the new account, and similarly here also we are taking the parent ID, and that process continued. Here also we took that parent ID, and here also what I will do is great grandparent, great grandparent. Yeah, I will have taken the parent ID from that previous node and joined with the ID over here. Okay, as you can see, and here I don't need the ID. Okay, that's fine. Let it be as it is. And what I will do is I will once again update and run this data flow. Okay. 1 minute before running, I think that account needs to run. Okay, before running this, let me run the account. The reason being, I just created a new account. So before running this, let me just run the account sync so that we have all the data updated. Let me run the full sync. That's fine. We have to monitor this. So this ran successfully. Now what I will do is, of course, I will run this data flow right now. We will monitor this right now. So as you can see, this ran successfully. And what I will do is here, now I will refresh this. And what I'm going to bring is, I'm going to bring the great grandparent name. Okay, I will just bring this one right now. And most probably I have to remove this portion from here. So as you can see, currently I am getting the ultimate parent of this daughter over here. Okay, that is great great grandparent. That was the another level of hierarchy which I have defined, and that is something I get over here. So I can again click on save. Now the problem is here the dependencies. Every time I have to bring one new account node, and I have to augment it. So for example, if the hierarchy is like, let's say there are 5 levels of hierarchy, right? As you can see here. So for that 5 level of hierarchy, you will have to create 4 levels of augment node. Of course, you have to bring the 5 levels of account digest, SFDC digest, but you have to create that 4 levels of. So it's always like the number of levels, and you have to subtract 1 to create that many augment nodes. Okay. Now at the same scenario, what I have to do is, like, suppose that particular flattened node which I have created, right? So for this one, I don't have to make any change on this data flow right now. So I created that. I created this great great grandparent, right? But in this hierarchy, what you will check is, so I will just run this, and in the meanwhile, let me. So I think this one I can save. And what I will do is I will just open this lens. Okay. Now here, if you see, we already had this ultimate parent, right, which is currently showing great grandparent. Now you will observe I will not make any changes in this particular lens. What I will do is I will just run this data flow. So after getting that hierarchy, I didn't run this data flow. So now I will just run the data flow. I won't, without making any changes in the flatten node, and you will automatically see that the ultimate parent name will automatically get mapped in this particular lens. So currently showing great grandparent. Once this data flow runs, I will just refresh it without adding anything. Okay, it already got it already ran successfully. Now I will refresh this lens. Okay, and here you can see that for my ultimate parent.name, that great great grandparent already came into picture. So that's what I wanted to help you understand, that this is the advantage of flatten node over augment node. So depending upon the hierarchy level, if I add one more, like if I add triple G grandparent, so for the triple G grandparent, what I have to do is in this same particular session, I have to actually add one more account, and I have to give one more, augment writing triple G grandparent to double G grandparent. That's how it will be defined. However, with flatten node, I don't have to make any further changes. Like whatever the way I have built, it's almost done. And it, like, even if you have 10 level of hierarchy, even if you have 15 level of hierarchy, any level of hierarchy, basically flatten this particular data flow will take care of itself. Okay. So whenever any new, so if I add one more account hierarchy over here, I just need to run this data flow, of course. Okay. So that the latest changes gets updated in that particular lens. So once that data flow runs, you will automatically find the ultimate parent.name, that particular account name always coming into picture. So that's how the flatten concept has been built, and that is the advantage of using flatten node over the augment node when you are going for the account hierarchy. And of course, this flatten node helps squeeze out that hierarchy to get that ultimate relationship. Like it can be in terms of roles as well, it can be in terms of territories as well, which we will walk through as we go further in the session. But that was about this account hierarchy, and probably in the next video we will understand about the same flatten node of how we use it on the recipes. So yeah, that's it about it. I hope you understood the difference of this flatten and augment, and how the flatten plays a huge advantage over augment anytime in any hierarchy actually. Okay. So yeah, that augment was just explained to help you understand the concept behind getting that hierarchy, and yeah, eventually, to let you know like how with flatten you can ease out all that cumbersome process or all that hard work which you are doing when you are utilizing only the augment node. Of course, in flatten node also we have this augment node. It's not that yeah just using that augment node and the parent node, but this augment node is only to get that fetch that ultimate parent name. That's it. Okay. I can also do it with the ID. So we already have this ID as well, ultimate parent ID. Okay, so this one will also do that. For example, if I just open this ultimate parent ID in Salesforce, okay, you will see it will open the great great grandparents. So let me just put it over here. Okay, and you see that great great grandparent came into picture. So that's the thing. Like here we are just defining this to get that name, ultimate parent name. But if it does bundle with the parent ID, that's where this flatten node helps at the end of the day. So that's the thing. But at the end of the day, you don't have to make any further changes over here based upon what level of hierarchy you just keep on adding. So yeah, that's it about this, and we will meet very soon in the next video. Thank you.